Hi everyone, I'm Frida and I'm back with another video. In this video I'm going to make this Cloisonne Champleve Enamel ladybug pendant. Let's get to it. Champleve is a kind of enamel where we create recessed areas and we fill out the recessed areas with vitreous enamel. I'm creating these recessed areas by fusing two silver sheets together. From the top sheet I'm cutting out the cells where the enamel is going to go. You can see me here drilling holes in the cells so I can thread through the saw blade. Here you can see me cutting out the inner cells with my saw. After I finished cutting out the inner cells, I went ahead and cut out the outline of the ladybug from the top sheet. It's important to mention here that we have to file the edges of the inner cells with our needle files nice and smooth before we fuse the two sheets together, because after we are not gonna able to do that. Before we continue, let's make a tea. Today I'm making green tea. Until it steeps, I'm going to go back to work. You're going to see the fusing process here. Fusing means that we warm up the silver that much that the surfaces of the silver sheets melt, so they fuse together. You can see that I didn't cut out exactly the shape of the ladybug from the bottom sheet. That's because we don't have to worry about if the top sheet moves slightly. If you watch it carefully, you can catch the moment when the silver melts. I'm going around with my torch slowly to make sure that all the surface is fused. The silver sheets have to touch completely because otherwise they won't fuse. Until it cools, I'm going to go grab a cup of tea and I'm going to have my tea break. When I have a busy day like today, drinking a cup of tea is a lifesaver. It makes me feel grounded. Do you guys also love tea? Let me know in the comments. The piece cooled, so it was time to cut out the outline of the ladybug from the bottom sheet. It was really hard to see because the silver was really bright as it was reflecting the light. When it was done, I grabbed my files and I filed the edges. Everything is so dry now, we are just before the monsoon, so poor dear, they really need some water, so we water them. Only one thing we have to do before the enameling, and that's the doming. I'm just going to dome it very slightly to prevent warping. When I was happy with it, I applied black counter enamel on the back. I did 2 layers and fired it off camera. On the front, I applied clear for silver and I fired it off camera also. This is, as I mentioned, a Cloisonne Champleve pendant, so I'm going to put some Cloisonne wires in it to create more cells. I'm making the outline of the dots and the eyes from Cloisonne wires. I'm just going to fold a few simple circles with my round nose plier here. I'm placing them straight on the pendant and I secure them with glue until the next firing. Here guys, I would like to let you know that I have a Patreon. If you like my work and my videos, please support me there. I'm in a process of creating a course where I can introduce you to Cloisonne enameling if you're new to it. In this course, I'm going to go into very detailed explanation about how to make this trillium enamel piece. You're gonna able to follow me step by step and learn a lot about this ancient technique. Cloisonne wires are flat wires and they stand on their edges. They are made out of round wires and I rolled them out previously with my rolling mill. When I finished with my wire work, I waited the glue to dry and I fired it in my kiln off camera. During the firing, the base coat melts, so the Cloisonne wires are going to get stuck in it. The next step of the process is applying the first layer of colorful enamel. I'm going to share all the colors and the materials I used for this pendant on my Patreon. I also have a video on there where I explain how to make the Champleve setting. I used transparent enamels here, except the black. The black color you see on the head and on the dots is a mix of a black opaque enamel and a hazel brown transparent enamel. I mixed these two colors because in my experience opaque colors by themselves don't look good with transparent colors. I apply these enamels with water and the consistency of this mixture reminds me of wet sand. The water helps to transfer the enamels in between these little cells. When I was done applying the first layer of enamel, I waited the enamel to dry and I fired it in my kiln on 1400 Fahrenheit for 2 minutes. Enamel shrinks during firing, so we're going to need to apply more than 1 layers. I usually apply 3 layers of enamel. I did the 3rd layer off camera. Did you know that ladybugs are often seen as a sign of good fortune, and some cultures associate their spots with future luck or the number of months until a wish comes true? Here I would like to say thanks to my patrons for the support. You guys are awesome. When I finished all the enamel work and fired the last layer, I have only one step left of this process, and that was the sanding. I use diamond pads and lots of water for this. With this, I expose the wires and I make the surface smooth. Enamel loses its shine during the sanding process, so we have to fire it again to get the shine back. This time I only fire it for 90 seconds. I just finished my ladybug pendant and I came up to hike because I was sitting all day and it's so important for me to move my body when I have to sit all day. Dingo is here with me and the pendant turned out really pretty. Let me know guys what you think. There is Dingo. This is how it turned out and I'm really happy with it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider supporting me on Patreon or buy me a cup of coffee. The links are going to be in the description. You can also show your support by subscribing to my channel, liking, sharing my videos and commenting on them. This is it from me today. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye!